Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima. Over the course of 2026, I'm playing the game Persona 3 Reload. Only I'm trying something a little different. I'm going to match the pace of the game. That's right, I'm playing this game one real day at a time. Please enjoy this different take on the game in a series I'm calling Persona a Day. Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Sunday, May 10th. And then what I like to do for this stream is to first talk about what we did yesterday. That catches us all up for coming into today. Then we'll do today's portion of the gameplay. After that, we'll come back here and talk about it. And then from there, we'll see where the rest of the stream goes. And I do want to start being more open that we are going to be encountering spoilers. This is a full playthrough of the game, so every day we will be seeing more and more of that story. I just want everybody to be aware of that as we go forward. So with all that, let's talk about what we did yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday, May 9th. The day started out at school. And the biggest thing for our day was it was the day of the full moon. One Saturday prior, the mysterious boy had appeared in our room and warned us that we had a big challenge that was upcoming during the full moon. So for this last week, we've been thinking about what that will be and how we can get ready. And yesterday was finally the day to meet that challenge. So as such, there was no time after school to do anything in the afternoon, nor was there any time in the evening, because we were just so focused on getting to that dark hour. So that's what we did. And it came to the dark hour, and we saw Mitsuru up in the command room, monitoring shadow activity, as she does, and her scans actually picked up shadows outside of Tartarus, something very uncommon, and potentially quite dangerous. That being the case, Junpei, Yukari, and I were mobilized to the site of the problem, which happened to be the monorail station. And then Mitsuru met us there on site to provide her usual support. And so Yukari, Junpei, and I entered the monorail station and some stopped trains to actually head for the source of the shadows. Inside the train cars, we encountered a few groups of shadows, and we beat them without much incident. But more and more just kept appearing in front of us to slow us down. And at one point, as we're fighting them, one shadow decided to actually run off. And there was that choice of, do we pursue the shadow or do we exercise some caution and try to understand? And I'd noticed, and Yukari and Mitsuru had also mentioned that the shadows are kind of behaving differently at that time. So I was kind of that side of, let's be a little cautious here. But Junpei, on the other hand, he wanted to charge after it. He knew that was the enemy in front of us, and that was the target. So he headed ahead for the fleeing enemy. And so as our party kind of separated, a couple more shadows attacked Yukari and I, while Junpei was off fighting the other shadow. So it was a little bit more of a tense situation, as we were now in multiple places at once, trying to overcome an unknown threat. But we were able to do it. Yukari and I beat the shadow that we were fighting, and we were able to catch up to Junpei as he was fighting a group of shadows. And once we joined in with him, we were able to take that group down. Yukari, was not shy about letting him know what she thought about his decision to run off ahead of us. And at the time, and even still now, I don't necessarily disagree with his choice. He was doing what he thought was right. This wasn't a malicious choice to try to outshine us or to leave us behind or anything like that. He legitimately thought that pursuing that shadow was the best course of action. And, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. There's no real way to know. Thankfully, it worked out and that we were able to get back together. But he was just kind of thrown under the bus, it almost felt like, when everybody was like, hey, don't do that again. We're a group. Stay together. Putting that little bit of friction behind us, though, we kept advancing as a group this time. To make matters even more tense, at this point the train begins moving, and there's this potential now for us to crash into another train. Very bad for us and everyone else on board right now. So we had to make extra quick time to the front of the train to combat the shadow that was controlling things. And so we made our way to the lead car, and we encountered a larger shadow than we'd seen, totally different from anything we've encountered before. And it seemed to be the one that was manipulating the train to move. And it actually put a countdown timer up on the game screen to tell us we have 30 minutes until this car hits another one. So we had to hurry at that point, obviously. And we had an actual ticking clock telling us as much. And so during the fight, a couple times the lead shadow actually made the car move even faster, which took a bunch of extra time off the clock. So 30 minutes quickly became 20 minutes. And all throughout, it was also summoning other, backup shadows, basically, if you will, just other shadows to join its side to slow us down that much more. And it kept, speeding up the train and summoning more allies. It was just that stalling tactic of trying to just run out the clock, basically. So it was a nice tense fight as we were thinning down the enemy numbers while damaging the boss, while being conscious of the time. And the train just keeps getting faster and faster and faster. And by the end of it, I think we had less than 2 minutes left when we were actually finally able to deal the final blow to the shadow. Everything seemed like it was going to be just fine at that point, only we noticed that despite the shadow being gone, the train was not stopping. Very bad. So, at this point, we were desperate. We're 3 high school students on a runaway train with no idea what to do. It gave me the choice of saying, don't worry, I'll handle this, or just saying, we need to stop this. Neither one really, stood out to me. I mean, I just picked we need to stop this because I don't know how to stop this. So saying leave it to me didn't really feel fitting. But apparently I was able to, run to the control portion of the train, and through literally sheer luck, I was able to just, pull the right lever or hit the right switch or whatever to activate the braking system and safely stop the train. I remember coming out as the train was stopping. They did that fade to black cutscene, and there was just that waiting. Did we do it? Did it work? And the train did safely stop. And Junpei and Yukari asked me, like, wow, man, how did you do that? How did you know what to do? And I was totally transparent. It's like, I have no idea. It was pure luck. I acted in the moment, and thankfully it worked out. And they were both kind of taken aback by that. It's like, you took a chance and it worked. Yeah, there was nothing else I could do at that point. So it was a very tense evening, very different from any we'd encountered so far prior. But thankfully it all had good outcomes. There was no damage to the city, no injuries or anything worse for any of the people or for our party, and we were able to make it back to the dorm. I'm sure we were all quite exhausted, and after all we'd been through, we were quite all ready for bed. And actually, as it worked out, we ended up seeing a little, tiny bit of Sunday because I needed to be able to save the game. And so we ended yesterday's playthrough coming downstairs Sunday morning today, as Mitsuru was telling us to take the day to relax and recover from yesterday's ordeal. So when we get into the game, that's where we'll pick everything up. I'll get us over there, and we'll get into it. Okay, and we're actually on the main menu screen for a change. That was partly due to the issues I had getting the setup going and the stream going back live here, but we'll just load in like a normal playthrough. This is Sunday morning, May 10th, just like it is today. And let's get into today. So yes, like I said in the recap, we had just come downstairs from waking up, and Mitsuru told us to take the day to recover. So we haven't missed anything for Sunday yet. That's just where we ended up saving the game yesterday. So, what do we want to do today? I don't really have a lot of money, but let's just go up and see. For all of us, it's Sunday, so Tanaka's Amazing Commodities, the TV shopping show, is on. I don't think I'll be able to actually afford anything, but that's not going to change whether I watch it or not, so let's at least watch it and make that part of our routine.
It's Amazing Commodities!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the home shopping show, Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. I'm your host, Tanaka, with a live presentation of my amazing commodities. We'll show you great products at unbeatable prices, so don't touch that dial because you won't want to miss these.
I'm going to do it!
Today we're introducing the jelly tasting set. For those who love the delicacy of a good jelly snack, this set is just for you.
Good.
First up, we have the antibiotic gel. And you get 2 of them. Your life won't be nearly as sweet without this jelly. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more.
Not bad, kid.
We'll throw in this sappy jelly too. Guess how many? 5. All of this for just 3,980 yen. This is a special limited product available today only. You heard right, today only. You know, that's not necessarily a bad set, but it doesn't really entice me either. But, the choice is kind of made for us in the fact that I don't have enough money anyway. But I don't feel like I'm necessarily missing out. I'm not looking at this as like, oh man, I wish I could have bought that. It's like, yeah, maybe it would have been nice, but I don't feel like I specifically need it, so I don't feel like we're losing out for not being able to afford it.
Thanks, kid.
Next time, we'll be introducing a Home Alone security set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry, folks.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same channel. The shopping program is over. Okay. Well, we're back in our room. Let's check our mail and just get a plan for our day figured out. Okay, we've got a message from Maya, our online gaming buddy. Let's wreck some demons today. That could be fun. Text from Bunkichi at Bookworms. I've said it before too. I like his texts in that his subject line is so long that it cuts it off, and we can't quite see what he had said. Bookworms is open at the something. You see, lately my wife has been saying she wants to see Tom-chan, so we could see the old couple. And an ad from Wakatsu. We've been frequenting them a lot. Healthy brain food. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn improves your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. Some good choices there. Let's also just take a look and see how everybody else chose to spend their time. Okay, that took longer than I wanted it to. So most people went the social link side of things, between Maya or the old couple. And a couple others just went those other social sides of things. Again, just, nice and easy. Not overstressing, coming off of the big effort of yesterday. Got a little distracted seeing everyone's level and floors explored on Tartarus is up to 31 for the floors and 16 for the level. I don't know what they did over the last couple days, but they've outpaced us significantly now, so once we can get back into Tartarus, we've got some catch-up to play. Let's also check in with everybody downstairs, considering the night we all had last night. Let's see how everybody's faring this morning. Junpei's got another good meal here. He looks no worse for the wear.
You're a lifesaver.
Oh man, I seriously thought we were all goners yesterday. But you saved our ass when you pulled that brake. I'm so glad you were there, dude. It's so good to be alive. Yep, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without all of them either. If we all hadn't come together to beat that shadow, it wouldn't have mattered what I was able to do luck-wise or not, so I have to give him the same credit he gives me. We'll bother Yukari here. I can't believe I'm still alive. If you weren't there, I'd definitely be dead.
Thanks.
So, thanks. The people on the monorail must have been pretty freaked out. It was so far off course after the Dark Hour ended. That's a great thing for her to bring up, because I think I mentioned that yesterday and kind of just wondering what people's reaction would be, because during the Dark Hour, time essentially skips over for them, so 12 o'clock becomes 12:01 or whatever, but we have that entire Dark Hour in between. But, for the train to just suddenly be far off from where it was just there a moment ago as far as their perception goes, I wondered how that would affect people. So I like the fact that Yukari brings that up here too.
About that.
Exactly, yeah. If it actually freaked out, probably doesn't even begin to describe it. Yeah, if you were on a train and 1 second you're near the station and the next you're halfway across town, it's like that's not normal. And there's no way to explain that. So that would be really strange. I've been watching the TV and keeping up with that, so let's see what's on Sunday here. Near miss when the monorail overshot its mark. Awesome. This ties exactly back into that then. It's like, this monorail wasn't where it was supposed to be, and I think we all know why. The last train, Ane Hazaru, failed to stop at the red light and went beyond its stopping point. Police and the monorail management are still trying to determine what caused this incident. Though the train overshot its mark by over 2,000 feet, no one was injured. Monorail management is suspecting the train driver and are holding him for questioning. I feel bad for the train driver there. In the meantime, they are promising to make every effort to reduce the monorail accident rate. For now, service on the Anehazuru car will continue as normal. So yes, thankfully there wasn't anything worse from that. But I do love the fact that the game acknowledges it, and it doesn't shy away from that. This train wasn't where it was supposed to be, and no one does know why. But they're doing the best they can with the logic they have to explain it. They're like, well, maybe the braking system didn't work, or maybe there was some other system failure, or maybe the driver did something. So we need to investigate everything, question everything, and just make sure whatever this was doesn't happen again for safety. And that seems like the response you would actually see to something like that, especially considering they don't actually know and can't probably understand what really happened. And Akihiko, he's still just raring and ready to go for his recovery time to be over and to be back out on the field with us.
Good job.
Well done yesterday. Also, sorry. If I had gone, you never would have been exposed to such danger. But it's frustrating, but there's nothing I can do now but bear it. I'll definitely be back within the month, though. Yeah, and we have seen how hard it has been for him to not be able to participate because he's recovering. He wants to be out there helping us and taking care of us and being that senior, but he can't because he's recovering. And you can just see how much that's eating away at him. So I hope his recovery is quick as well.
Is that?
And likewise, she's trying to, take responsibility as well. It was my own incompetence during the operation that led to a difficult situation. I'm sorry. That's another one. I don't think so. This is all new for all of us. I can't expect her to just expect that, oh yes, there's going to be an attack on a monorail, and we're going to have to board the monorail and stop the runaway monorail. That's not really all that feasible. Exactly. No need to apologize. I don't think we need, we'll keep doing better, but saying we'll do better next time kind of feels like it's inviting us to say we didn't do good enough this time. And I think, all things considered, we really did. We didn't know what we were going to face, but we still rose up to it and addressed it in the moment and came away successfully. So, no need to apologize. That's very kind of you. But even if you forgive me, I don't think I can forgive myself. Should another situation like this arise in the future, I promise I will be stronger by then. That's a good mentality to have. I don't want to just, say that, we did all we could, and if something bad happens, we tried our best. She does have a good point there that, trying your best isn't enough. Results are still important. And it's important not to mix those two up. The act of trying and the act of actually succeeding in something are distinctly different things. And if you mistake succeeding with trying, you're setting yourself up for all sorts of problems. Well, we've talked to everybody in the dorm, and it sounds like everybody's doing as well as can be expected. I'm glad for that. And it's nice to see them all taking it easy as well. They might be kind of mentally beating themselves up about some stuff, but physically we're no worse for the wear, and we came out successful yesterday. Having that message from Maya about the online game, that seems kind of tempting today since it's been a little while, and we don't have a lot of time to actually spend in an online game. And it also feels like a good chance for just some general recovery of, not having to overly exert ourselves. But I want to get out and just see a little bit of the town as well, like we do. Make sure we're not missing any other opportunities. See who we can talk to. Actually, I'm going to also try, once we get to Polonia Mall, stop in the Velvet Room. I want to update our compendium when we get there, since we did gain some experience with some of our personas. So if you guys see me forgetting, feel free to, give me that gentle reminder if I try to leave the mall without stopping into the Velvet Room. Let's see what Cat-Loving Boy has to say today. I asked my mom for a cat, and she said no. No. That's all she ever says. I want a cat. I can kind of relate to Cat-Loving Boy there. I think we all kind of can in this playthrough, because there's that cat at the Port Island station down there that we've been visiting every day. Hopefully we can see again today. Not a whole lot going on that's out of the ordinary, which is kind of what you like to see on another normal day. People are going about their business as they do. Nobody's aware of anything that happened last night other than that news report about a strange monorail incident. Stuck on some barricades there. I think that's a taxi driver waiting over here. Yeah, we've talked to him before. I saw the news. That monorail, huh? Could have been bad. I'm in the same line of work, or near enough, so I get goosebumps when I saw that on TV. Yeah, that would be a very scary thing to see, no matter where or when you saw it. And especially the fact that they don't know what the cause was. It's something bad that almost happened, and nobody's sure why. It's obviously concerning. Not a whole lot else to see this side of things. Let's keep moving with our rounds. Typically I go to the shrine next, but let's mix it up a bit. We were just talking about cats in the station. Let's head down to Port Island Station. We'll loop back up that other way then. Especially if we end up making our way back to the dorm. We got this earnest station worker here. Even I don't understand what's going on here. Right at the stroke of midnight, that train appeared right behind the other one. Huh? You're glad there wasn't an accident? You kids are so naive, I'm jealous. Because of this incident, the company's stock went down, and my salary went down with it. If I ever find the culprit, I'm going to throw him from the train into the ocean. That's another interesting side of things that we wouldn't really see if we weren't talking to all the other people in town here. It's like, even if there wasn't a dangerous, actually dangerous crash, there were still the ramifications of this unknown incident, and the train not being where it was supposed to be, and the underlying investigation, and the mistrust in the company now. So I feel bad for everybody involved in all that. I'm sure none of them woke up Sunday morning wanting to deal with this media storm of problems that they can't explain. And I don't feel necessarily responsible for it, but I was kind of there on scene. I'd like to think that things would have been a lot worse if we hadn't stopped the shadow. But at the same time, it's still kind of feeling like, I had a bit of a hand in this guy's suffering and feeling a little sheepishly guilty about it. Well, I hope he makes the best of what he can there. Got a snobby movie critic in front of the movie theater here. All these new movies were released during Golden Week, but they all sucked. I'm sure everyone else who wasted their money on these turkeys is saying the same thing. Yeah, it can be hit or miss when you go to see movies. Let's see what's playing today. Oh, tickets are all sold out. But that means I could work here. That wouldn't be bad because we need some money. I think we need to take it easy for the day. Recover from yesterday. So we'll just keep going on our walk here. No one else on the front side of the station has much that needs our input. So let's head to the back and talk to some of the others there. Here it is. Here's our weak cat friend. Mew. Still looking as good as ever. Despite being called the weak cat, I like how it's hanging in there every day. Still watching the other cat over here across the way. And we've got the couple other regulars back here. The ones the game calls delinquents, but I'm not so sure. We've got fierce-looking delinquent. Sometimes gecko dumbasses come here in uniform. They better change clothes before they get their asses kicked. What kind of prissy-ass idiot wears their school uniform here? Are they blind or something? Yeah, maybe we should consider that. Maybe not flaunt the fact that we're from GeckoCon. And what's the other guy have to say here? I guess it's all right to come here in your uniform if it's like after school or during the day. But at night, you gotta be shitting me. Dude's gonna get knocked flat for dressing like that. You might say it's a violation of our, dress code. You better look out too. Kind of interesting to hear them both talking about uniforms and dress code, considering Yukari and I, the student council, had a chat about that earlier this week. And he was talking about my stance on uniforms in school and such. And I'd kind of mentioned at the time, and still kind of feel that way, that uniforms to me are always kind of a cool thought, but I've never dealt with an actual situation of wearing them in school, so I don't really have the full picture necessarily. But I can still think that they're kind of cool. But guys like this obviously see it a little different at times. Everybody's got different opinions. Let's keep going here. We'll head up to the Polonia Mall. A lot of people to talk to or listen to. As we do, we're great at just kind of, overhearing these conversations between people. Not at all trying to be inconspicuous. We'll just stand here and listen to the housewives. You see Mandragora, the karaoke studio at the top of those stairs? I saw someone coming out of there alone. Were they singing alone? Well, it's not that weird, but I bet you draw some strange looks from the staff. It builds courage in a way to do whatever you want, no matter what other people may think. That's true. We did spend a night there singing by ourselves, and it helped our courage. And a cheerful old man. He's been always in good spirits. This kind of place takes me back. Dance halls. We used to call them speakeasies. Those halls were packed with people. That's where I stole my wife's heart, at the dance hall. I was one hep cat back then. Different generational jargon. Let's see what Game Parade has today. We've got Punch Boxer to raise our persona strength, Real Wheel Racer to work on agility, Edgar's House of Fortunes to work on magic. All probably fun games, but out of our price range and utility right now. We'll stop in the pharmacy. It was good to have, his supplies on hand for last night. He's still all about, good healthy habits, preventing the need for medicine.
We've got some new stuff.
Oh.
Take your time browsing.
Couple new items. We got some value medicine and a first aid kit M. Again, out of my price range, but nice to see the stock evolving and advancing. We'll have to keep that in mind, especially as we get into next week's sale.
Done already?
I guess I'll have to come into a lot more money before then,
Come
too.
again,
Yeah, it might be kind of a cart before the horse thing. But either way, I wanted to stop in and say hi to the pharmacy owner and thank him for his continued support. I'm going to head into the Velvet Room now and check in with our regulars. And that's right, yes. And we're going to update our compendium while we're here. Yes, thank you.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Igor, Elizabeth, thank you all for your support. I'm going to stop in at the compendium here real quick and do some real business first with some registration.
Registering personas.
Yep, so we've gained some experience here.
Register it to the I've
So we'll update that.
registration.
Going to be the same with Chimera. 20 points of experience.
I've completed registration.
And probably the same with Omoikane here. Yep, well,
Will you register it to I've completed registration.
this just catches us all up, so if we need to summon another one, they're just that little bit stronger.
Are you finished?
And again, it was good to see you, Igor and Elizabeth. I would have had a lot more challenges yesterday if it weren't for the personas that you gave me access to, so thank you so much.
We look forward to your next visit.
Nice to check in with them and see all as well. And just keep them as part of our playthrough every day. And same with Officer Kurosawa here. We'd have been a lot worse off if we didn't have the gear he had.
Well, got some new
Okay.
things in stock. Check it
I
out.
was kind of hoping the fact that the pharmacy had some new stuff that we'd see some new gear here as well. So we've got an Iron Edge or the Fudo Masumune. Not that I can afford any of these right now. That would be a
When it
nice...
comes to blades, you've really got to take good care of them. Otherwise, they're just useless metal sticks.
That's true. A nice jump in attack here from the long wakizashi I have. Or a slight jump and plus endurance if I went with the Iron Edge. We've got a couple new bows for Yukari. I like the fact that both of those have additional accuracy. 92 is not bad, but 98 is just that much better. 6,800 yen. Ouch. And Junpei here, sticking with 92 accuracy.
The number of apathy syndrome cases is dropping. You kids are something else.
Apathy syndrome's going down. That's good. I wasn't really paying that much attention around town, but maybe there have been fewer people that weren't looking so good. If there's new weapons, there's probably new armor.
Uh-huh. What are you looking for?
There are, yes. A bulletproof shirt and a camo shirt. Again, yeah, significant jump in defense there. Less so for Junpei because we found that hothead shirt. 9,000 yen, 3 ways over. That's
Stock
gonna...
tier is through my personal
That'll be
checks.
expensive.
Whatever you get, and however you use it. What'll it be?
Our very first purchase here was actually footwear for everybody.
What are you looking for?
I was kind of reasoning that by having additional evasion, we're taking less damage by avoiding that damage. It was a much bigger jump from 8 to 26 the first time over than 26 to 35. We'd get more agility if we had skates on, but leather boots would take us up to 35. A 9-point
Sounds
jump.
like you've had it rough lately. Try to get some rest now.
Wouldn't be bad. 6,000 yen a piece, though. I'd feel that. But kind of like last time, I think I'm going to lean more towards the defensive side of things before the offensive side for that same reason of a lot of our attacks come from our personas abilities and less from actual physical attacks. So, well, it'll be nice to have, current up-to-date weapons, being able to be more sustainable with our hit points and, take less damage. I think that's going to just really be the best thing overall to focus on first off. But again, that's still a ways off because we have 2,000 yen
What'd you bring?
and nothing to sell. Well, I guess accessories too.
All as you need.
Okay, lots of new stuff here. Status resistance items. Those can go a long way depending on the situations you find yourself in. Yeah.
You finished?
Thank you for your support, Officer Kurosawa. I'll save up and we'll do some business later.
Be seeing you.
And Club Escapade isn't open till the evening, so we can't do anything in there. let's keep working our way back towards the dormitory, because I do think it'll be fun to do some online gaming today. We'll take a break at the Naganaki Shrine up here and just see who's where. Not a whole lot to see. Nice, just a quiet place. We met an elementary schooler here earlier in the week, Maiko. Don't see her here today, but she made us promise to come back and play with her someday. So we'll keep looking for that. But yeah, nice to just step out and take that break, get away from it all, and just realize how lucky we were last night with all the stuff we had to overcome. After this little bit of a break, we'll just continue our way back to the dorm. Nice, leisurely stroll, get our mind off of things. We'll also be a little bit active with our day so we don't just sit down at the computer and spend the entire day there. Yes, let's head upstairs and just take it easy and have some fun today. And let's also double check. I'm pretty sure I've got the right persona with me. Yes. We've got Onmoraki. So we've got a hermit persona with us just to get that little bit extra bonus interaction here. So let's get into it. The chat box is blinking. Looks like Maya wants to play Innocent Sin Online with me. Since we've got Onmoraki, we can get that little bit of a bonus. Yeah, let's just spend the afternoon playing some games here and just having a good time. I'm in Shinagawa Dungeon. I see Maya. Hi, I was waiting for you. So, I'm drunk. I'd like to really hope that Maya's an adult. And that she's a responsible enough person to be responsible with something like that. So I'm not going to call that out and just kind of react the way I did when I first saw that. It's like, oh, really? That little shocked expression there. Like, yeah, oh, really? Yeah, really? Save me, Tatsu. I'm sick of my job. No time to party. Maya seems to be enjoying herself. And yeah, you gotta do that sometimes. If you're doing it responsibly, yep, that's nothing wrong with that. 3 beers and counting. Will you hold my hair back? Oh, Maya. Rawr. I even have to work. Farm. Sorry, I've said it every time we interact with Maya. Sometimes the way she types, it's easy to read in my head, but trying to actually vocalize it just throws my brain. Rawr, I even have to work farm hoe this weekend. I thought that's what she meant. Work from home. That's why my brain stopped and rebelled against that sentence. But she has to work from home this weekend. I feel for her there. This is supposed to be her time and her break. This follow-up sentence, though, doesn't seem necessarily the most responsible. But now I'm all drunk. Whee! I mean, yeah, it's... You want to take those breaks when you have them, but... Stuff like that at the expense of your responsibilities is a dangerous slope to start traveling. Maya's avatar danced crazy. Maya's avatar sat down. It didn't used to be like this. I never had to work weekends. But lately, I can't get motivated to get work done at work. Okay. There's nothing that says she doesn't necessarily not like her job. She might not like her job. But she didn't really allude to anything about that other than she's got more work now and doesn't really feel as motivated. Which to me sounds more like just that burnt out idea. She might still love what she does, but it just isn't the same as it used to be. She could still like it, but it's not what it used to be. So maybe it's just that burnout idea. Are you burned out? That's what the beer is for, duh. I used to be able to power through, but Maya seems sad. It's been 8 years, though. Maybe I'm just getting old. I need my game and drinky time, but I'm hunted by deadlines. Irregardless of these deadlines closing in, I still need to be logging on here, lol. Oh, irregardless isn't really a word. You know that? It's because I just means the same as regardless. Hope you're taking notes, because this will be on the exam. That's right, we do have exams coming up in about a week. Reality. I really like how you have good spelling and punctuation online. That's so elite, Tatsuya. LOL times 3. Or just... Oh, I shouldn't have read that out loud. Maya really seems to be opening up. I feel like we're growing closer. Nice. That's another rank in the Hermit social link. Rank 3 now with the online game. Nice to have that additional connection with Maya. Have you ever said LOL IRL on accident? I think I would die. ROFL. That type of thing could get me fired for reals. Don't tell anyone, Kay. I can't get fired. I want to keep my job. I better get back to work, huh? Night. Oof, I don't know what work she's doing, but I hope she's okay with it. Maya's player signed off. I decided to log out as well. And just like that, we've made it to the evening. Oh.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I would appreciate it if you could come to the Velvet Room.
I can do that.
There is a matter I would like to discuss with you. Goodbye now.
So formal. Elizabeth is waiting for me at the Velvet Room. I wonder what she wants to talk about. I guess I should head to the Polonia Mall. Well, I wasn't sure how we were going to spend our evening, so the game decided for us, I guess. I'll head to the entrance of the Velvet Room. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to save the game. Oh, she's outside of the Velvet Room today.
I apologize for asking you to come at such short notice.
No worries, I wasn't doing anything else.
Truth be told, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Oh?
I've been searching for someone of exceptional ability.
Sounds like she's trying to butter me up for this request. I need someone who's the best at everything and that can do anything. Are you someone like that?
So if you have the time, do you mind taking on several of my requests?
I don't want to promise anything I'm not sure I can follow through on, but I will hear you out.
On special occasions, I may require you to escort me on certain excursions.
Again, there's that very formal delivery on things, the choice of words, the professionalism to it. On special occasions, I may require you to escort me on certain excursions.
Of course, you will be aptly rewarded for completing the request.
So it's a good, transaction between us then. She knows if she's making a request, she wants to make it an equivalent exchange.
I look forward to your cooperation and hope to see you demonstrate your capability.
I hope I'm capable. I can accept Elizabeth's requests now. Well, you can now speak to Elizabeth about accepting and reporting requests. Requests can involve anything from hunting for items to fusing specific personas. When you complete a request, you will be rewarded. You might see an influx of requests during specific times of the year. Additionally, there are requests that only become available after completing certain previous requests. Some requests have deadlines. If you miss the deadline, the request will expire, and you will no longer be able to complete it. All good information to keep track of. Go ahead and take a look.
Are you accepting a request?
Quite a list of requests here. I see a bunch available, but some we can actually already report on. Let's do them in order. We need to bring a muscle drink. Let's start with a simple request. Please bring me that beverage you call muscle drink. It's not a particularly rare commodity, so you should be able to find and purchase it with ease.
By all means.
number 2. Looks like we were ahead of the game on that one. That was to bring in old document number 1, which we picked up at the barrier floor in Tartarus.
Oh my, you've already fulfilled the requirements.
Oh, it appears you've already completed it. Here, take this as your reward. Oh, wow. That changes everything. 10,000 yen. Wow. All right, that was request number 2. Looks like that unlocked a couple new requests as well. Shadow hunting milestone is number 3. Defeat 100 shadows. Kind of surprising we've done that. It doesn't feel like we were hunting that many.
Most excellent. Now, let's hear your report.
Oh, it appears you've already completed it. Here, take this as your reward. 3 cure waters. That's really awesome. You can never have enough healing items. Treasure hunting milestone. To open 50 treasure chests.
I will await a report of success.
Create a persona that's above level 13.
I will await a report.
Can't do that until I'm above level 13. Bring me a Juzumaru.
I will await a report of success.
We'll have to keep our eyes out for one of those. Experiment with fortune telling. That's one of those nice things. We're able to get into Club Escapade, so we can talk to the fortune teller there. She wants us to ask to hunt the rarity fortune.
The world you live in is so bright and colorful. It's rather blinding.
I bet, considering it was all dark blue where you're from.
You must know.
Have you ever had your fortune told, Shima? It seems you can find a famous fortune teller in the club at Polonia Mall.
Oh my.
Rumor says, for every question you ask, you shall receive an answer that is right on the money. I am greatly interested in the accuracy of this fortune telling. Would you please use this person's services so that I may verify the authenticity of them? Please ask them to predict whether or not rare shadows will appear more often.
By all means.
Next time we consider going into Tartarus, we'll have to think about that. Actually, every time I go into Tartarus, I would like to think about that because rare shadows are highly valuable. Let's see, bring me pine resin. We've got until June 6th. So a little under a month now.
Oh, yes.
Truth be told, my love for soybean powder is rivaled by none. I hear something called pine resin looks just like my beloved soybean powder. I've also heard that it's used as a tool in archery. Do you know anything about it?
By all means.
I don't, but that mention of someone, who is familiar with archery knowing about it gives me an idea. Okay. 14 here is to receive the second old document.
By all means.
So I'm guessing we'll encounter that similar to the way we found the first one. And defeat 200 shadows.
By all means.
So we've accepted all the requests that are available right now. We've completed the ones we can complete. Actually, we might be able to, knock a few of these off tonight. I think I can buy a muscle drink from the pharmacy. I don't believe Officer Kurosawa was selling any weapon with that name. That might be one we need to find somewhere. And the pine resin, we might be able to ask around. I have an idea on who we can talk to about that.
Come to think of it.
I would like to inform you. There has been a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I wish you a safe journey. Elizabeth said that a previously blocked path is now open. I should go check it out next time I go to Tartarus.
Good day.
Well, let's talk to her and see what she has to say out here. As my master has said, deepening your bonds will bolster the strength of your personas. I hope you enjoy a fulfilling life, one where you forge many meaningful relationships. Did you need anything else? Nope.
Very well, then.
If you require anything else, please do not hesitate to ask. Well, that unlocked some new ways to approach some things. I think that's worthy of a save. Yes, we're looking for a muscle drink, right?
Come on in.
There it is, 1,000 yen. But at the same time, we got 10,000 yen for completing that request, so I think it's worth it to complete a request.
You made up your mind? You sure?
A lot of confirmations, but yes, I don't want to wait till next Saturday for it.
Thanks for coming. Done already?
That's all I need. Thank you. The icon changed to let us know that we've got something special now.
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
Yep, and brings it to the top of the list. We can report on bringing a muscle drink.
Let's hear the results.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Oh, is that perhaps a muscle drink? Though it looks delicious, it seems toxic at the same time.
You have my thanks.
Thank you for bringing me this. I will slowly savor each sip later on. Please take this as your reward. 5 soul drops. Always love to see SP recovering items. And that gives us a couple new requests to accept. I'd like to try all kinds of drinks. Collect 12 different drinks from vending machines.
Oh, yes.
I understand that there exists a machine in your world that automatically dispenses all kinds of beverages. What a strange contraption, is it not? Though I must admit, I have a peculiar interest in these beverages. Could you gather some for me? Of course, whatever you can get your hands on shall suffice.
I will await a report of success.
And I'd like to try a beef bowl. Bring 1 umiushi beef bowl.
Oh, yes.
I hear that this umiushi beef bowl is, as you humans say, all the rage in town. Rumor has it that only enthusiastic freaks are permitted to consume this beef bowl. So if possible, could you get your hands on a portion for me as well?
By all means. Very well, then.
Now, the umiushi beef bowl, we actually picked up something from the net cafe that had a membership code because you need to be a member to order takeout. So one of these evenings we'll have to spend some time just using that code at the shared computer to unlock access to that membership. While we're here, let's stop into Club Escapade. This is that fortune teller we need to talk to about next time we go into Tartarus. I want to just ask about my fortune. We've asked her every time just to see how it's changed. I want to know my future. Then let us begin. A long rail under the empty sky. On it stands youth in disarray. You seem to live a tumultuous life. What do you see at the end of the rail? Let us hope that you find fortune in your destiny. You know, I just realized I don't think we actually checked to see what other people decided to do with their evening. So let's find a quiet place out of the way and just think about what other people chose to do tonight. A vast majority ended up in Tartarus tonight. Yeah. But, there was a not insignificant portion that went about other daily life activities. I'm not opposed to going into Tartarus, but I do kind of think that for the time being, today's a recovery day. We did all sorts of activity yesterday. We stopped that train. We worked really hard on all that. Looking at my stream numbers here again, too. Those numbers aren't great for dropped frames, so I'm not going to subject you guys to something, deep and important like going through Tartarus if the stream's not at high quality, so we'll save that for when things are looking a little better for all of us, and we'll just take it easy on our recovery side of things. And who knows, maybe we will use the shared cafe, or the shared computer, and we can get that umiushi code so we can complete that request for Elizabeth. That could be a really low-pressure sort of thing. I haven't gone upstairs yet either, just to see who's up here. Still looks like the usual couples. Yeah. Nice to just be in here, though, and have access to it. There was that other request of Elizabeth's that I wanted to consider as well. I wanted to stop back at the dorm, because Elizabeth had mentioned archery. And as we all know, Yukari practices archery. She's on the team. That's her weapon of choice. I've got lots of people to talk to here, too. I made my way out of here without even thinking about talking to everybody. So let's check in with everybody else here, too. That's right, I didn't have the chance. I was called by Elizabeth, and so we started over at the mall. But either way, Chairman Akutsuki, good to see you. Did you recover from your bike ride yesterday?
Hello.
What a difficult mission. I can't believe what happened to you all. Luckily, no one was hurt. That was quite fortunate. By the way, it would seem last night's incident with the monorail has been publicized. Yeah, we saw the news and everything about that. Brake failure, they're calling it. Quite a serious malfunction, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's not really a laughing matter considering the implications that had for the company and the people involved, but at least it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
That's true.
It's fine to take a breather every so often, but don't forget about Tartarus. Although, it won't be too late if you wait until after I return. I'll leave it up to you. I don't mind if you go without me, but I definitely appreciate the opportunity to show my stuff. He's so ready to be back out there. Junpei's really been enjoying some good food today. Hey, you know how shadows come up and attack whenever they see us? But once they see that we're way stronger than them, they'll try running away. Every time we catch up to them, they look like they got the bejesus scared out of them right at the start of battle. I feel kind of bad for them, but oh well, lucky us. Hey, Yukari.
Huh?
Oh, what's up? Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item for her.
Huh?
Huh? You're looking for pine resin? Why would I have something like that on me? Oh, you mean the powder we use on the archery team? The yellow stuff?
Oh, maybe.
We use it during practice, so it runs out pretty quick. Let me check if I still have any left. She did. Got some pine resin.
Yes.
I found some. Here you go. Thank you, Yukari. It can get sticky if you use too much all at once, so go easy on it. Let's head back out and complete that request.
Good day.
Is there something I can assist you with? The drinks. That's another. Maybe I should take a look around for some drinks while we're out and about tonight.
Here are my requests.
Especially if we make it back to the dorm and just take it easy on some shared computer stuff. If I do a little bit around town while we talk a little bit more, that should kind of fill our day while still being a nice bit of recovery. Well, let's turn in this pine resin first.
Let's hear the results.
It seems you completed a quest. One moment, please, while I check. Oh, is that soybean powder you have there?
Is that true?
Ah, no. It must be the pine resin I requested. It really does resemble soybean powder. It's so similar that even an expert on soybean powder such as myself can't tell the difference. Now then, your reward for this request will be soybean powder. Do enjoy. Apologies. I was just using soybean powder to garnish a dish not too long ago, so please take this as your reward. A toy bow. Thank you. I guess, yeah. Ah, bring me a handheld game console. I think we've seen somebody with those. So it kind of seems like a hard thing to give away. Like, hey, can I borrow that? Can I give it to someone else?
The world you live in is so bright, and you must know.
Do you know of a device called a handheld game console? I would like you to bring me one. Rumor says it is a very dangerous item, but there are many who love it. It is truly a mysterious device. Please be careful when handling it.
I will await a report of success. Very well, then.
We don't need to be doing all these requests right today, necessarily, but it's kind of fun to have them fresh in my mind and just think about doing what I can with them. Obviously, it seems, kind of obvious who we want to talk to about that. It even does the nice, benefit of putting that exclamation mark above our target here. Junpei, can we talk for a minute? Yo, what's up? Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item for her.
What is it?
Oh, you looking for a handheld game console? Are you hooked on games now? It's because of that game I gave you last time, huh? That has been a fun game, and I do thank you for that, Junpei. I can give you my old one if you're cool with it. Lately, I've been using the newer, slimmer model. No point in having two of the same consoles around anyway. Hold on, let me grab it for you. Received a handheld console.
Yeah.
Here you go. Let's play a match one day. I'll take you on anytime. Hopefully Elizabeth just wants to see it, because I feel kind of guilty if I were to just give this away. This thing Junpei gave to me. It's like, hey, let's play together sometime. What if he comes to me in a month's time and says, hey, let's have a game, let's have a match. And I have to say, oh, sorry, that thing you gave me? Well, I gave that away. So hopefully we can share it. Maybe Elizabeth can see it for now, and maybe when she's done with it, she'll hand it back to us. Either way, she wants to see one, and it's nice to be able to help her out there.
Good day. Are you accepting a request? Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Is that a handheld game console?
Come to think of it.
I've heard these have special mechanisms that make the player forget about the passage of time. It can definitely feel like that at times, can't it? though it doesn't seem to be particularly special at first glance.
Oh my.
Perhaps this device shoots out some kind of ray when the power is turned on, and your memory get... Apologies, but I must pass this time. Thank you for bringing me one, but you can have it back. I am actually kind of glad there. I didn't want to give something to Junpei's away like that. I mean, I guess we gave Yukari's resin away, but that seems a little different scale from a game console. Please take this as your reward. A pixel vest. That's a men-only item. And there are no new requests now, so we have accepted everything we can.
Very well then.
Let's look at those couple items we got. There was a toy bow and a pixel vest. Junpei's already got this hothead shirt, which is a little better than the default gear. So let's see what I can do. Plus 10 SP and some, a good jump in defense. A vest that kindles nostalgia with its 8-bit designs. I like the idea of that. Yeah, that's great. Let's equip that. Again, especially early on, it's nice to just have that little bit more SP for attacks, for healing, for whatever need we have. And a toy bow doesn't sound that beneficial. Wow. Okay. So comparing these two, it does a lot more damage. Up from 59 to 100. Accuracy's down a little bit, from 92 down to 88. And it can inflict rage on the enemy with a high likelihood. Now what rage does is that makes the opponent focus only on physical attacks, but it also increases their attack damage. So that's kind of a double-edged sword. If it's against someone that's got low base physical attack and they're enraged, it's kind of nice because you don't have to worry about them taking advantage of skills or status elements or things like that. But on the other hand, if she hits something that's already strong and it basically doubles its attack, that can get pretty bad pretty quick. I don't know about that. I guess, well, let's equip it for now and just kind of see what the likelihood of rage is, and if it comes to be a problem, we'll reevaluate. Seems almost weird to take that bow back to Yukari and say, I know you've got this poison bow you've been using, but I want you to use this toy bow instead, and not have her look at us like we're crazy. We've done a lot already. Let's keep our save up to date. Not a lot of places we can stop, but let's just, do that one last trip around, stops a few vending machines. Make sure we've got as much as we can on hand. I know these were at the top of the stairs here. It's a vending machine. Should I buy something? So yeah, at this point I just want one of everything we don't have. We've got 2 Fountain Dews, but no Bower Bar or Nasty. I don't want to, go overboard on buying them either, so we'll just pick up one of each for now. I think that was the only vending machine up here. Yep. There are others around town that we can access at other parts of the day. Just thought for a second there might be another one here, but there isn't. I say that, but there's the Iwatodai station side. Let's head over here as well, because I think there was one tucked away somewhere. Yes, back there. It's a vending machine. Yeah, same deal here. We need a Cielo Mist and a Sobe. We've already got a Mad Bull. We had 2 because we bought all of the stock last time, but we gave 1 to Maiko. I'm still glad that worked out the way it did. Okay, and here's what I'm thinking, for the remainder of our day. We're going to make our way back to the dorm. We've got a couple different vending machines at the dorm, so we'll just see what's available there. Buy anything new that we need. And then we'll head down to the shared computer and sign up for that membership for the Umiushi Beef Bowl. It's a nice, low stakes, low pressure evening. It lets us focus on recovery. We'll keep Tartarus in mind, going forward from here. The other side too is there's a sale on weapons with Officer Kurosawa tomorrow on all of his everything. So it makes more sense to take that 10,000 we got, or 9,000 after some expenses, and put that towards something when it's on sale tomorrow. So I'll try to gear us up a bit, and then we'll head into Tartarus, just that little bit more prepared. It's a vending machine. We've got everything this one has to offer. Yep, and I thought these would be the same. But maybe the next floor up's got something different. It's a vending machine. Yeah, a couple different things here. 3 different things, actually. We've got a Starvix, a Cylon Tea, and Aquafina. Where does that leave us on drinks? Feels like we bought a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 9. So we're missing 3 drinks. And those could be the ones that are available down at the Port Island station, maybe. But not bad when we're looking for 12 to already have 9 of them. I don't think there were any more machines up here. Just the roof door up here. If open, we need to close it. It is closed, so we're all good. Well, yeah, let's head down to the lobby, save our game, and, just do something easy tonight. Doesn't make any social progress or anything like that, but it unlocks the chance to fill one of Elizabeth's requests. That seems beneficial in its own way. And the fact that we already bought the Umiushi fan book is just one more benefit. We're not spending any extra money on that. But this will give us that membership code to let us go in and order takeout. The fan book came with a membership code that could be used on the official website. Let's take a look at Umiushi's website. The Umiushi official website. Members only. Exclusive takeout perks. It looks like if I register, I'll be able to order takeout from Umiushi. I should enter the membership code from the Umiushi fan book. Thank you for registering. We hope you enjoy the Umiushi taste in the comfort of your own home. Looks like I've successfully become a registered member. I'm now able to order takeout from Umiushi at the Uwatodai Strip Mall. It's gotten late. I should head back to my room. Okay. We're going to break back to the desk at a normal time and not see anything for tomorrow like we did this morning. I'll get us back to the desk and let's talk about some stuff. Okay, so we are back, and that was another good day. That was the end of Sunday, May 10th. It was a shorter day, but it was coming off of a much busier day yesterday, so I'm okay with that happening from time to time. As I've been saying, there are going to be longer days and there are going to be shorter days. This just happened to be one of those a little bit shorter ones. But that's not to say we didn't also accomplish a lot throughout it as well. We got to check in with everybody, coming off of last night's battle against the Big Shadow, and it sounded like everybody was okay, thankfully. We saw various news headlines about the train and just the near incident that happened last night that people are aware of. They don't really have a good explanation for, but it still happened and it still scared everybody. Rightly so. But thankfully it wasn't any worse than it was. Junpei and Yukari were both happy to have successfully made it through. And Mitsuru and Akihiko were both kind of kicking themselves for not being able to do more, considering there are seniors in this group. But I told them, it's fine. It is what it is. We stepped up and we succeeded, and we're going to keep doing so. Just keeping that confidence going. So it was nice to check in with all them and see everything was good. We made our way into town and saw the usual people and sights, and also the fact that a lot of the stores have some new goods available. Officer Kurosawa especially has new everything, weapons, armor, footwear, accessories. And there were just a couple pieces of new medicine at the pharmacy there. Nothing we had a lot of money on hand to actually consider spending, but nice to know they're there. We can kind of make a plan that way. And after just a nice relaxing stroll, headed back to the dorm. It was Sunday, it's a day off, it was a day to recover. So I thought the nice easy way to do that would be to spend some time playing an online game with Maya. It's been about a week since we had any time to play with her. She had a break today to be on the game, I had a break. And just as few and far between as those are, I wanted to make the most of it. So I logged into the game and spent the afternoon doing that. And I chatted with Maya, who had been drinking. She proudly proclaimed. I think she said she was on her 3rd beer. And she was also lamenting the fact that her work life is not what she had thought it would be. It's been busy. She actually has to work on stuff over the weekend. And she was just kind of suffering in her own way from that. She's playing an online game while drinking to try to avoid the work that she has to get done. Not necessarily, or not at all the most professional response, but I don't know her circumstances, and sometimes stuff like that, you need that break, as long as you can maintain that proper balance between work and fun. But we just got to be that person she got to vent to a little bit and say, this isn't what I thought my life would be like. I've been doing this job for 8 years, and it's not what it used to be. And it kind of gave me that chance to ask her a little more about that. I had the choice between, do you not like your job, or, this sounds a lot like, maybe you're feeling kind of burnt out from your job. And I went with asking about whether she feels burnt out or not. And she kind of mulled that over and said, maybe, it's just different. But I thought I'd go with that route rather than asking her if she, dislikes her job, because nothing I've heard made me think she dislikes it. She just feels like things are changing and they aren't what they used to be. But, we just got to be that person for her to vent to. She actually commented on, she likes and appreciates the proper grammar and punctuation we use when typing. That little thing stands out to her, which was kind of nice to be called out on. Especially because I had the opposite of, as I was talking to you guys and trying to vocalize her chat messages and stumbling over, chat speak and things like that, trying to actually put it into words. But it was fun to just have that chance to spend a bit more time with Maya and to see another side of her avoiding work side. And I think she had a good time as well, being able to talk to us and express some of these concerns that have been weighing her down. And so as a result, we made a slightly deeper connection, and we ranked up the social link. So we're rank 3 now in the Hermit Arcana. And it just felt like a really relaxing, productive afternoon. And that brought us to the evening where we received a call from Elizabeth. She had something important she wanted to discuss and asked us to come to the Velvet Room right away. So I made my way over there, not knowing exactly what to expect. And she actually met us outside of the Velvet Room. And she just said that she's got a series of requests for us. Things she wonders about, or is curious about, or just generally needs help on. And she asked if I would be interested in trying to help her out with those. I said, yeah, sure. If it's something I can do, I'll do my best. And she was happy to have that support and had a list of different objectives she wanted me to accomplish. All sorts of things, like finding certain items or defeating a number of shadows, or she even mentioned at some point she's going to want to be taken somewhere. I don't know anything about that yet, but we'll see where that leads. But it was just a nice chance to see some different sides of the game. She had requests for a bunch of different items, one that we were able to buy at the pharmacy, one we were able to get from Yukari, one from Junpei, a few we'd already had actually from Tartarus. So we actually accomplished quite a few of the requests all in the first night tonight. She paid us a lot of yen for one of the requests, so that's really nice coming into tomorrow. I think I'll be able to take good advantage of Officer Kurosawa's sale. And one of the requests she had was to get 12 different cans of soda from a vending machine, or from the vending machines around town. So that was kind of this weird little scramble tonight to just stop around all the ones I could remember. And I think if my count was right, we've already got 9 different cans. So it should just mean 3 more out there to find. But again, it was just that low stakes, low pressure reason to be walking around and seeing things a little differently tonight. After that, I wanted to do something easy. A lot of people looked like they did end up going to Tartarus tonight, but I didn't choose to make that decision, coming off of yesterday. I figure we're still recovering as a team, and we all just kind of need that break from things to ease back into things. I don't want to let it go too long and, take my foot off the gas and lose the momentum going up the tower, but I want to just be as ready for it as possible, too. Especially if we can do some shopping tomorrow and get geared up a little bit better. That'll just make our time that much easier once we're in the tower. So instead, with the evening, I decided to use the shared computer in the lobby of the dorm. One of Elizabeth's requests was to bring her some food from Umiyushi Beef Bowl. And they only do takeout for people who are members. And a week or two back, when I had access to the net cafe, I'd bought a membership book that had a code to sign up for membership for Umiyushi. And it just felt like this was the right time to use that. I already had it on my person, so I didn't need to buy it again. I need to actually go there for something for Elizabeth, so this just, was a relaxing thing to do. It wasn't high stress, physical activity, mental activity. It just let us, sign up for membership, so next time we're out, we can pick that up for her. And it let us get to bed early tonight, just to get us all caught up on sleep as I can as we approach a new week. So on all that, I thought we used our time in a good way that fit the narrative story where we're at for recovery. It still accomplished some things. We made that social connection. We worked on Elizabeth's requests. And I just think it puts us in a really good place going forward into tomorrow. So that brings us to the end of Sunday, May 10th. It was another good day, and I feel like we accomplished a lot. I want to thank all of you for being here today. It means a lot to me. My name is Tom Shima, and I stream this Persona a Day series every day at 12:30 Eastern Time. So if you ever want to join me live, that's when you can. I also upload each day's playthrough to YouTube, so if you want to catch up on a past day or watch today's stream at your own time, it'll be available there. I hope everyone has a fantastic Sunday, May 10th. I hope you can do all the things you want to do, and it brings your weekend together on a good note. Again, I have been Tom Shima. I thank you for being here, and goodbye. With that, we've reached the end of the day. Please look forward to next time to see where the game goes from here. This journey is being streamed live on my Twitch channel if you'd like to be there in person for the experience. Links and schedule details can be found in the description. I'll keep uploading each day's session to this channel so you can keep watching here. Once again, I'm Tom Shima. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again as I continue the series, Persona a Day. What will tomorrow bring?